Alrighty guys, good morning everybody. Hope everyone is having an amazing day out there. Glad to have y'all here for a pretty early morning update regarding crazy weather. Yeah, there's a lot of it. I'm used to my camera being here. Things have changed, as you guys can see. I have the chat back here, and I have radar back there, and I got radar right here, and I got everything popping off around. But anyways, what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go ahead and see here. We got ourselves Roby. Good morning, Roby. We have Mark saying in. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. We have Chris saying good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chris. Black Label Express saying great to see Tampa finally getting some much-needed rain. You got that right. Really, just Florida in general needed a bunch of rain overall. There's actually, okay, earlier, not right now, earlier out there by Keys, by the Keys, I almost said Key West, but more east of the Key West here. We did have a couple tornado warnings, actually, which was kind of interesting. I don't think we're expecting, or not expecting, I can tell you, we're not expecting any tornadoes, but we did have, a tornado warning in place. I don't think it was ever confirmed. Let's see here. We're going to go back in time real quickly. Let's see here. So that was just a little bit ago. Yeah, radar indicated to expire. Okay, so yeah, I don't think it ever materialized, thankfully. But there was a tornado warning earlier for the Keys, which is interesting. So we have ourselves a pretty beefy system going on down here. I'm gonna go ahead and actually flip that vertical so you guys can see the whole picture a lot better. But yeah, if you look over there towards just southeast of Louisiana right now, we got ourselves a pretty decent storm popping up out there. You can even see it on the satellite imagery, just how well defined that center is, just right over there. Overall, for the most part, but yeah, quite a big storm system popping off here across the southeast right now. So have to watch out for it. Let's see here. So Canada is getting a storm. Yeah, both Canada and the U.S. Yeah, we're getting a lot of heavier activity now. We got the jet stream change. So we're getting a couple systems that's going to be rolling its way through the country here over the next couple weeks probably. This is going to be probably a new trend here. Kids are off to school, so even if it doesn't, at least be quiet. Gotcha. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and work our way over to the models. Like I said, we got ourselves a bit to talk about here, so let's go ahead and work over there. We're going to take a look here at the GFS to start things off. So, like I said, right now, we are experiencing, we have 06 Zulu, it's the latest run. We are experiencing quite the storm down to the south right now. Obviously, you guys are getting a lot of rainfall. Keep on looking here, because I'm used to the camera being there. We are getting a lot of rainfall here. And this system's going to continue to kick off here. And then we're going to actually get ourselves a secondary low-pressure system. So that's the main storm right here. secondary low pressure system to develop right here across the northern Bahamas. We got to look out there for that. And of course, we work our way down here in time, and that becomes a big problem for the Northeast. It seems like in latest models, it seems like it pulls a little bit further away from the United States, which is good. But like I said, that definitely leaves Nova Scotia literally almost at a direct impact here. This is for the 19th, which is literally like, what, 4 days away from now? Actually, this is for the late 18th. This actually shows right around 1 a.m. for the 19th, which is basically the late 18th. Here, go back a frame. That's for the late 18th here. It pops off here. That's for 7 p.m. on the 18th. But yeah, no, this system's going to be making quote-unquote landfall across Nova Scotia here, probably right around really early morning hours. So right around 1 a.m. or so across Nova Scotia. And there's going to be multiple hazards, with this storm overall. We're going to be seeing, a bunch of hazards regarding snowfall potentially, snowfall, maybe some ice up there in some regions of eastern Canada. Winds is going to be a big problem, probably even for the U.S. We're probably going to get a little bit of gusty winds out there towards the United States. Swelling in terms of rip currents could be rip currents could be a problem. Swelling, obviously water being pushed inland overall. It's going to be a pretty nasty storm, it looks like, overall. We've been watching the models on this here for the last little bit. Now, those winds are going to be one of the main problems. As you can see here, I mean, we're seeing some serious wind out there towards Newfoundland. We have ourselves Nova Scotia out there. It seems like Prince Edward Island, obviously, yeah, you guys are going to be getting impacted, but it seems like the models may have waned off just a little bit overall. Let's see here. Let's see, mine are going, I remember those days. This Roby says I have, okay, gotcha. Just talking about children. But anyways, but yeah, so it's really out there towards, Nova Scotia there. So that's the main problem here, guys. Is we have that low pressure system right here. So that's where that low is going to be here for the morning. So right around 1 a.m. here, you can see for the 19th. So what is happening is we're getting all these winds that is just slamming up against the coast of Nova Scotia. Eventually, all of those winds will be slamming up against the coast of Newfoundland and obviously deeper into eastern Canada as it rolls up there towards the Arctic. But yeah, no, that's going to be a big problem. So with those winds, obviously it's going to be very, very heavy wind speeds or very high wind speeds overall. But there's a thing. Let's see here. Did I hear? Oh, I thought I just heard my my radar Omega go off for a minute. I'm just paranoid with that noise. But yeah, so not only is it just a big problem regarding the winds and stuff like that, but what it is that all those winds actually push that water inland overall. Like I said, pushes water inland towards the coast. So obviously that's going to be a problem regarding some swelling and stuff like that. So that is the American GFS model overall. Here's the ECMWF regarding the Zero Zulu run. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, yeah, the models are a bit more consistent. Obviously, still consistent in showing this storm. But look at this. There is actually a little bit of difference here between the American GFS and the ECMWF. The European model actually has the system riding near the U.S. East Coast and actually impacting like western Nova Scotia. Probably still going to definitely be some really strong winds up there by the coast. But this could be a problem for areas, out there such as coastal Maine, out there towards portions here of obviously eastern Massachusetts by Cape Cod. Could experience maybe a little bit of swelling, maybe some pretty strong winds overall. So that could be a problem. It's something to definitely look out for the most part. So keep that one in mind. And really a lot of rip current problems for a lot of the whole U.S. East Coast. You can see, especially for like the 18th, how all of that wind, all the winds are pulling away from the coast, which is basically withdrawing some of that water potentially, which can pull things out to sea, which could be a problem. So that's something to really look out there for. That's more of a beach hazard. So beach hazards can be a big problem, especially, like I said, the heaviest impacts, it seems like it's going to be out there towards like Nova Scotia overall. Let's see if we can find, where's south, oh, there we go, Southeast Canada. But yeah, it really seems like, those areas are going to take a lot of the strongest force out there. But there is still a little bit of difference in the models. Obviously, there is still things that are going to, be talking, like I said, there is going to be some things that are, they're going to be talking a little different here probably for a little bit, but then they're going to eventually come to an agreement here, hopefully. But yeah, so regardless, both models do show that, yeah, heavy problems out there by Nova Scotia, as well as out there by, Newfoundland will be a problem. So just definitely look out there for that. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop away back to the U.S. here for a moment, guys. I do want to talk about the future conditions here for our country regarding what's going on. So we have ourselves a little bit of a clipper snowstorm that's going to be happening out there towards like northern Montana, basically here for pretty much later today, actually. Yeah, later this afternoon it's going to start to brew up there across northern Idaho, working across, Montana here, basically for the, for the commute overall for the morning of tomorrow, as a low pressure system rolls through. Now, I tell you what, it is probably going to be pretty windy out there. I can actually pretty much assure you that it will be windy out there because of that big pressure differential. Let's actually go ahead and hop over to this model here. We're going to do United States, U.S. view, and we're going to look here at those wind gusts, because that is going to be something that we need to look out for. So let's go ahead and load up some of those models. Let's see here. Biggest tides in the country is right there in Nova Scotia. My ex-co-driver lives there, still trucking, so I'll warn her. Good. Thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it's obviously a good thing to keep people informed with whenever it comes to these type of events, because a lot of people don't understand the potential impacts of these systems. And not only do they not know that, but they also don't understand, when a storm's going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of people that go without warning until it's too late, which is a problem, obviously. So that's what we're here. So obviously, yeah, you sharing that is a big deal, because maybe your ex co-driver will share that. Obviously could share that to even more people potentially, and that could definitely be very beneficial overall. So I appreciate that. That is very, very helpful. But yeah, so once over, according to the GFS, like I said, we're going to experience some pretty hefty gusts out there. We're talking, winds probably between like 40 to maybe nearly 50 mile an hour wind gusts in some places out there as this storm system rolls its way to the region. Across the Ohio Valley, getting a little windy out there in the northeast. Will definitely get pretty windy as well across some of those regions, and of course after that, that's what's going on there. But yeah, so definitely look out there for winds, guys, because that's going to be a problem across the country here in the short range. You see these lines here? So those lines are what we call isobars, and basically they show you where the area of equal pressure is located. So for example, this line right here, this is where the pressure of 1,016 millibars is. This line right here, this is where the pressure of 1,014 millibars. So it goes by 2 millibar increments. So obviously, we're seeing dropping pressure the closer we go to the northwest, and boom, it leads you to your low pressure system. So it's obviously lower towards the low pressure, or it's lower pressure towards the center of the storm, I should say. But yeah, so there's not going to be too much precipitation. It doesn't look like it for the Midwest, upper Midwest, and those regions out there regarding this first storm system that rolls through. Like I said, a little bit of snow out there towards, portions of, Montana, maybe a little bit towards the extreme northern portion here of North Dakota. But then it starts kicking up a lot of moisture once it rolls into Canada, bringing a snow concern out there. But then it kicks off that cold front across the Ohio Valley here for the 17th overall, kicking up some precipitation. Same thing for the Northeast for the 18th. And that low pressure system, that big storm we got to look at, is going to start to brew here for the pretty much the morning of the 18th. It's going to really start to get its act together, and it's going to really start to strengthen. And of course, you can't really see it, but it does work its way out there towards Nova Scotia right for the morning of the 19th. Now, there is still a little bit of talk. There is a possibility that this big storm here possibly could impact regarding winter weather. It's still a little unknown right now, but some models I've noticed for the last couple of days, it really just depends on where that low pressure tracks. If it's further south, increased probabilities for snowfall. If it's pushed further north, more warmer temperatures will be inputted into those regions, allowing it to basically be, less snow potential. But yeah, the GFS model regarding the latest run does show a little bit of snow out there towards Maine, and this would be very heavy snowfall if it actually did occur. Let's see. What's up, Keto? Hope you're doing good. Lightning FN says, I live in Western Massachusetts. What do you think we can expect? So, with this system, like we were explaining, there is going to be that cold front running through right around the same time that low pressure system starts to really get it, really get its act together. So you're obviously going to be getting a little bit of rain. Winter weather, probably not anything. I'd also say it's probably going to be a little windy out there as that system rolls through, because the pressure you can see changes quite rapidly. Like I was explaining, those black lines there, those are what we call isobars. The closer together they are, the more pressure drops over a shorter distance. So, just keep that one in mind there overall. Let's see here. But anyways, that's what we're looking at there. So, but regardless, let's actually look at the models regarding the wind speeds. Let's actually go ahead and fit this to screen. Let's see. We're going to hop up to, keep the same model for now. Let's see. Northeast U.S. Here we go. So I'm looking at those wind gusts there for you, my friend. So according to, as this first little disturbance rolls through over the next 24 hours, could get a little windy out there. We're talking maybe winds like 25 miles an hour or so. But it looks like, you probably could get a decent amount of wind gusts. Possibly even getting up there towards 30 knots or so. So that would be right around 35 miles an hour roughly. So 35 mile per hour wind gusts. And that would be taking place here for basically let's see here, really starting for the 17th. Just for the 17th into the early 18th, it looks like. Let's see here. Let's see. Good morning from Georgia. What's up? Good morning to you as well. Let's see here. She will share it on the road on the CB. Gotcha. She runs from Halifax to, or Halifax area to Cornwall, Ontario, and back. Wow, that's a pretty decent drive. Well, I appreciate that. Once again, thank you. Let's see here. Georgia, please. Is it just rain? So yeah, let's hop back over here for you. We're gonna realign this here. So when it comes to it. Overall, so yeah, we have this rain system that's been working its way through, across the southeast. Right now, really for a lot of Florida, it's currently raining where I'm at. We are going to be seeing, a bit of precipitation rolling from that cold front, possibly. But honestly, yeah, Georgia's not really in any form of concern right now. I'll also mention, remember guys, a couple days ago how we were talking about for the 20th of this month. How there was going to be another storm system. There it is. For the 20th, GFS still talking about it out there towards Texas, towards the Midwest, those regions there, so look out there for that overall. And then that system works its way to the east, maybe kicking up some winter weather. We'll have to see. Kind of shows the Northeast possibly getting a snowstorm out of this here. Let's see here. So that, oh wow. That's actually been pretty consistent. I'm not going to lie. The GFS has been talking about that for the last several model runs. Look at that. Okay, so that could be something to look out there for. So yeah, the Northeast, prepare maybe for a snowstorm between 21st, 22nd. That would be pretty interesting if that does happen. And then the 23rd, I believe, it's Thanksgiving. It looks like we're going to have possibly another round of heavy precipitation down there towards the southeast. But at that point, it's a little too far out, too far from my viewing area, I should say. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that definitely plays out. I'm also going to keep an eye out for potential of severe weather. I definitely think out of these next coming systems, there's a possibility that severe weather might be popping up. Let's actually look at that real quickly. We're going to hop over to here. We're going to full screen this. Good morning, Catman. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Big snow for Maine Saturday. Let's see. What day is Saturday? The Saturday for the 18th? Let's see here. Yeah, that's kind of what we're a little unknown about regarding precipitation. Yeah. So therefore, the 18th regarding that system. Yeah. So it's possible. I will tell you that it is certainly possible. We'll get into the accumulations and potential here in a minute. But first of all, let me go ahead and look for the potential of severe weather real quickly. We're going to hop over to this page here. Still on GFS. Let's see here. Starting to look like the El Nino weather pattern is finally kicking in. It does, for sure. Pilot says, good morning. It's my birthday. Well, good morning to you, Pilot, and happy birthday to you. Hope you have a great day, my friend. But yeah, let's look at the southeast. I think if severe weather was going to be a problem, I think it would mostly be for the southeast. The reason is because that's where the the moisture's at. A lot of the heavy moisture and stuff. Oh wow. So yeah, for that second system between like the 20 and 21st, maybe a little bit of instability. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like much of anything crazy though. It really doesn't. Maybe Florida could experience a little bit of storm activity over the next couple of days as that new system develops. Let's see here. Thanks for the update, Andrew. I hope everyone has a great day. You as well, Roby. Let's see here. Yeah, but happy birthday to you, Pilot. Hope you have a great day, my friend. Hope everyone else does as well. But anyways, that's severe weather. Instability does not seem to be too high, at least regarding some of the models we looked at. But let's go and talk about snow up there towards the northeast. I don't think mid-range models are talking about it yet because it's still a little too far for mid-range. Let's see here, 12. Okay, yeah. At least the NAM isn't saying much about it at all. Yeah, the NAM doesn't really say too much. But let's see here. So the GFS shows a little bit of, maybe a little bit of snow. Once again, it really determines. It all comes up to where that low pressure system ends up. It really does. Let's see here, ECMWF. Yeah, ECMWF does not have precipitation type on it right now, at least on this page. So let's see here. Yeah, so there's no winter products on this page for ECMWF, unfortunately. But let's try back over here. Let's see, I'm trying to think of which one we can do. GDPS maybe? I don't know if that goes out. Yeah, no, GDPS definitely goes out far enough, but it doesn't really give you many options to really look. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this here. You know what? Let's just do this. This will be better. Yeah, let's just do this, guys. So let's go ahead and hop our way up here to... we'll look at the European model on this page here overall regarding precipitation type and all. Yeah, there we go. So there's the ECMWF. So European model does show a little bit of snow on that backside, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. And also, yeah, a little bit of precipitation after that. And another storm system here rolling through just before Thanksgiving across the northeast. Yeah, right there for the 22nd. Looks like another storm system will roll through. The European model mostly is rain, but I think the GFS, the GFS was showing like maybe snow actually. Yeah, the GFS has its system positioned a little further southwest overall. Let's see here. Do I use tropical tidbits? Yes, I do. But yeah, that's certainly interesting there. We'll have to watch that second system. But yeah, no, the first system that rolls through, it seems possible. It seems possible that a little bit of snow could be positioned on that. Let's try the let's see here, the GDPS model real quickly. This is the Canadian model. We don't really use this one too much on the channel, but it's definitely another input. Which yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you're really out there towards the northwestern side here of Maine, right across this area, that's where your chances of snow could persist. So we'll have to just see. This event here is still like about 3 days actually, about 3 days out. So there's still a few things that can change. Once again, it really determines on where that position or where the position of that low pressure system is. So we'll have to watch out for it. Good morning, Kim. Hope you're doing good. Hope you are having a good morning so far. But yeah, no, we'll definitely have to watch out there for that potential of snow. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out there overall. Let's see here. How will this affect Eastern North Carolina? So let's see here. We're gonna backtrack. I'm really hopping all over the place here with these pages here. Let's see, because a lot of them have specifically good information for certain subjects. Anyways, but yeah, for Eastern North Carolina, no, yeah, you're really not seeing much. Really not seeing much of anything happen. You got some high pressure out there. We get that cold front that rolls through for the 18th. That's what's going to eject that one storm to the north. After that high pressure, and again, maybe a storm system for the 22nd just before Thanksgiving. So yeah, there's still a little bit of uncertainty with that storm right there. But both the American both the American GFS and the ECMWF, as you can see, supports that system. So your next shot for a decent storm will probably be just before, I almost said Halloween, just before Thanksgiving. Let's see here. But yeah, so tabletop, I mean, even then probably wouldn't be anything too significant for you. Nothing more than just a little rain, but yeah, but that's what's happening there. I want to take a moment, guys, to hop over to the radar for a minute, take a look at what's going on here. So that's that big storm system right now popping off. Really is kicking off across Florida right now. We got ourselves a lot of rain rolling in towards the region, really out there. You can see just off the southeast coast of Louisiana, we got that center. That center of the low pressure is located right here, which, I mean, it's a fairly decent system overall. I mean, if you look at the satellite view, I mean, you can really see that structure if you zoom in there. So look at that. You can really see that pivot point. Once the sun comes up, you see that obvious counterclockwise circulation there. It is really popping off there, which is really interesting. But yeah, no, what's going to happen down in time, though, after this is that this system is going to basically transition. So we have that low-pressure system there. It's going to basically sit there, transition into another low-pressure system just off the east coast of Florida, and that is what's going to carry north and bring big problems for portions out there towards Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, those regions. Like I said, those areas you really got to be watching for. There's going to be some seriously strong impacts. I mean, look at that thing. It's a beast. And like I said, it's going to be a big problem regarding winds and all kinds of things. Just slamming up against the shore. Not only is that a problem for for winds and all, but like I said, it's going to be a problem out there for all that water being pushed inland from the winds. Because like I said, the winds, that push inland obviously, brings all that water towards the coast, which can be a problem. But anyways. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Of course, like I said, that's here for basically the heavy impacts is really going to be for like the morning of the 19th. So we're going to be live for that. Yeah, I'm going to do some coverage on that for you guys. So we'll make sure to be live here for the 19th. And of course, like I said, this will roll its way in here throughout the duration of the 19th, switching from Nova Scotia out there towards Newfoundland here, with all that really strong wind activity pushing through. Like I said, when we're talking winds, like sustained, this is constant winds, nearly like over 50 knots in some areas, which that is like, like 60, 55, 50, 55, 60 mile an hour sustained. Of course, higher gusts, definitely a little bit higher, could be a problem. Which, yeah, we'll have to watch out there for that. It's going to be pretty impactful. Yeah, not to mention quite a significant winter storm on that one too. Will likely occur. I mean, we're seeing a lot of dark blue there. Really represents how heavy the snow is. Basically in the rates, which is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts overall. But yeah, so if you live out there towards eastern Canada, this is going to be a pretty big whopping. I'm sure. Wow, 966 millibars out there. That is a really strong, really strong low. Yeah, that is actually pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie with y'all. That is pretty nuts. Let's see here. Northwest Atlantic. Oh, there we go. You know what? This is actually a really good viewing point for some of those areas. So yeah, here's the GDPS model. Working its way up there. Yeah, even the GDPS model. That one actually kind of agrees with the GFS, the American long range. Both the Canadian and the GFS, so both North American models, does really support that system just plowing right up against central right up there the coast, right up against central portions of Nova Scotia. And like I said, all three models does support maybe a small clipping of snow out there towards Maine. Like I said, I mean, if that low pressure system is pushed east a little more, that would probably drive that snow deeper into the country. Which it seems like the models are, it's been trending further east, and if it does that, that means more of a wintry concern for the Northeast. And like I said, the more closer the system would get towards the U.S. East Coast, that would push a lot of the snow up north more, if that makes sense. So, because obviously warmer air is being ejected into the country, which allow for things to be a little warmer or a little too warm for snow, I should say. Tabletop says, thanks. You're very welcome, dude. No problem. Yeah, I'm glad to help y'all out. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, hey, feel free to let us know. We're just kind of hanging out here, talking about future. Talking about the future here. What's up, Ragtie? Hope you're doing good. But like I said, all three models does support that snow out there, so that's something to definitely keep an eye out there for. Just out of curiosity, let me look at the accumulations. Let's see here. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Winter. Where is the winter accumulation? Severe weather. Wait, what? I guess this one doesn't have. Wait, hold on. Wait. I am so confused. Why is I'm trying to find the wintry weather stuff on this. What about if I do? You know what? Let's just do this. It's probably the better way, anyways. There we go. There's that winter weather tab. That's what I'm looking for. So, GFS, wow. Holy cow. That's actually pretty significant. GFS is showing some localized patches over a foot of snow. Not sure how much I trust that. Not too confident on that yet, guys. But that is a whopping amount of snow. That's the word of the day, whopping. I've said it like 3 times already. But yeah, so seriously though, that would be a pretty decent amount. Now, once again, it's still like 3 days away from now, so it's still a little iffy with the accumulations, but let's try GDPS, Canadian. Oh, yeah, a lot different. Holy cow. So, yeah, the GDPS model, the Canadian version of the GFS, basically, is saying about 1 to 3 inches. So, there's a big difference there. And that's why I'm saying you really shouldn't trust the models to that degree with the snowfall yet, because it's a little unknown. I mean, that just shows that system hardly producing anything at all. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I don't think I can look at ECMWF. I lied. I can. That was ice. That's right. European model with the snow. Wow. Yeah, Euro. Look at that. European model actually supports the snow being a little further north than what the American GFS had to say, but still holding on to some pretty decent accumulations out there, over a half a foot. It's a subject to change, guys. Subject to change. So we'll just have to monitor that. Whenever we go live again tonight, or later on today, yeah, like I said, whenever we go live again later on today, we'll look at the updated version of this. Which, like I said, this is the current up-to-date version, but look at the updated version when the live stream comes, or the next one comes out. So, Ragtie says liked and shared to my newsfeed. Thank you, Ragtie. Very sweet of you. Appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, obviously getting this word out there, not for me. Obviously, I mean, it does help out, obviously, but to make sure that people are obviously preparing for storms like this. It's a great thing. So if you guys could, that's literally all I will ever ask you for the stream is if you could. Asking you nicely, share this and help get that word out there. That's all we care about here. It's just making sure everybody's up to date and aware of the situation. But yeah, like I said, there might be a potential little bit of winter weather on that storm. Now, we did look at other models later down in time, like with the with the GFS and all of that stuff. Like I said, there's going to be another system popping off here throughout like southern throughout the southern plains here for the 20th. So this is for the 20th. Could deliver a good amount of snow out there towards Colorado and Wyoming. So there for the 20th in the morning. Look out there for those regions. And a lot of precipitation, a lot of rainfall down there towards, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, those regions out there. That's something to look out there for. But then that system really just kind of strengthens and works up to be a lot of precipitation across the southeast as well for the 21st, right there for the evening of the 21st. And maybe a little bit of winter weather could start to develop then. That's what we're trying to figure out here with that second storm system. GFS supports a pretty decent snow event out there towards the regions here, but other models like the some of those other models we looked at, we'll go and hop over there. Let's try the European model for that secondary system. I believe, when we looked at it, it was a little further to the north. Let's check precipitation type and rate, and we'll look up there towards the northeast. Here we go. So European on the second storm. That's your first storm system. Maybe a little something we talked about up there towards Maine, but the second storm system here, so that one seems to be more of a problem out there towards the northeast regarding rainfall rather than snow. But you know what? Let's actually look up towards the Midwest Ohio Valley area, because the Euro gets pretty close with winter weather out there, maybe in the form of ice. Let's see here, maybe a little bit of light precipitation, light wintry mix on the top left of that storm system. There's two big different scenarios out there, as you guys can see, between both main models, between both the American GFS and the ECMWF. So there still is a lot of differential there, for sure. What about we haven't looked at the Canadian version of this here. Canadian's a lot further to the east as well. And having that system literally just rain though, so that second system, there's still a little unknown. But let's get through this first storm system before we really dive into that second one. But just know, a day before Thanksgiving, that is when we're going to have ourselves a pretty decent event probably popping off. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. But that's pretty much what's going on out there, my friends. Got a couple storm systems we gotta be watching out for. Like I said, just make sure y'all are, being prepared. Make sure you guys are, obviously preparing for the event up there towards Nova Scotia. That's the main. That's the first thing we got to prepare for. To my friends out there in Eastern Canada, like I said, obviously we don't really cover Canada too much, except if it's like Nova Scotia from a big system like this. Then that's whenever we usually cover it. Because I don't have really the software that goes out for those regions. But let's see here. Good morning, MP. Hope you're doing good. But like I said though, is we got to really look out there for really the eastern side, towards the Maritimes. We're talking out there towards once again Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland. You guys are probably gonna get it pretty heavy. Let's see here. Like I said, even a pretty significant winter storm, though, also for the eastern side. I don't know if there's many people that actually live out in this region through that peak of eastern Canada. It's pretty high up there. For basically eastern Canada. But that would be possibly a really solid system. Look at that. It's actually been trending stronger. I mean, you see how that system's been there, overall. But look, it's getting stronger. The pressure is actually dropping a lot more. It's been trending downwards. 977 millibars to 974 to 975, 972, 967, 966. So it's definitely trending downwards, which that means a stronger system. And of course, that core, where the heaviest winds and stuff like that are going to be, travels right up against Nova Scotia. That's actually a pressure equivalent to right around a Cat 1 hurricane, which, I'm not saying that it's going to be a Cat 1, obviously. It's a subtropical system, meaning it's obviously not in warm enough waters to be considered a tropical system. It's subtropical, but it does have some very similar characteristics. such as, you know, strong winds, heavy rain, stuff like that. That is what they really share in common. So they're fairly common in some ways. But yeah, it's gonna be a little crazy. Let's actually look at the winds on that up there. Let's see here. Let me look. So we have first system rolls through. Yeah, by this evening we should have a more detailed view in the mid-range models. Actually, I don't think NAM goes out there, but I think we have. You know, we could talk more about the mid-range support out towards the northeast regarding the system, because I mean you guys are probably going to get a bit of windy conditions out there from this, more than likely. Let's see. We got ourselves. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to go to Canada. Here we go. I am gonna grab a tab, bring it over here. I'm gonna do kilometer per hour to mile an hour conversion. Oh, not mile. I did kilometers per hour to miles per gallon. Lovely. It's like they don't even correlate with each other. Okay, here we go. So yeah, there's Nova Scotia. This is the GFS. Remember, wow, GFS. Yeah, it really has those winds cranking there. Yeah, look at that. So across that, yeah, we're just gonna full screen this. Doesn't seem to line up really, anyways. But overall, yeah, you can see how it does have those like brown colors out there towards the kind of central eastern coast of Nova Scotia, and that correlates over like 100 kilometers per hour. It's showing the maximum out here about like 144 kilometers per hour. So we're talking like over 120 kilometers per hour is what it looks like. So 120 tops. That's right around 75 miles per hour. So that's getting up there near hurricane force wind gusts. More than likely, most of those wind gusts are going to remain in the upper level tropical storm force, but they're getting near hurricane force wind gusts, according to GFS anyways. Let's see. What about Euro? What does Euro have to say? New run coming through, so I'll have to drop to the last one. European model shows, yeah, obviously the central eastern coast getting the heaviest. Yeah, between about 110 to 120 kilometers per hour out there towards some of those heaviest regions in terms of gusts. Like I said, remember, this is wind gusts, what the winds could peak up to. So peaking between 110 and 120 kilometers per hour. So that's getting up there pretty hefty. Of course, we have sustained winds too. Yeah, so constant winds at this point. Obviously going to be a lot lower. But we're talking within the range between 50 and 60 kilometers per hour. So let's see here. So that's about, hold on, kilometers per hour. Yeah, so about, actually this is popping up, yeah, near 60, and some areas towards 70 actually. Which, you know, sustained winds of like 30 to 40 miles per hour out of that storm, that's still is a beast. See here, upstate New York, balmy 30 degrees. Oh wow, that is terrible. I can't relate to that right now. Let's see here. For me, down in Florida, it is currently, drum roll, 73. This is a cold day. A cold day for Florida. Nah, but it does get pretty brutal. I'm gonna die when it comes to this winter, or sorry, the summer. The winter is not bad. The winters are nice. Winters are nice down here, but yeah, it's the summers that are like brutal, super brutal. Especially whenever hurricane season comes by. Yeah, not too good. Not too good. But anyways, guys, well, like I said, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let us know. We'll be here for you. For me in Western Massachusetts, it is 35. Let's look, actually. Let's go ahead and see what the temps are looking like right now. I'm going to pause that to light a scan. Yeah, looks like mid-30s out there towards your lightning. Let's see here. Seems like things, yeah, not really too good out there towards the Ohio Valley. I mean, it is still pretty early in the morning, kind of mid-morning right now, in which, yeah, we're getting 30s, between 30s and 40s, in some areas up to 50s. And of course, you got Central Florida down here in the mid 70s. Pretty crazy. Yeah, pretty nuts. Let's see here. Pretty cold. Wow, yeah, north is pretty chilly. Up in the 20s right now. Oh wait, yeah, there's that big trough. Remember how we were talking about that a couple days ago? That big trough we were looking at. Let me pull up the satellite view on that now. We didn't go live yesterday, mostly because I was sleeping, because my sleep schedule turned to be really bad right now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that looks like now. We're gonna go back to full screen, y'all. And we're gonna have to go to the west disk. There we go. Can't see anything yet until I turn on lower level water vapor. There we go. Perfect. Now we have our vision. Now we can see. Here, let me go and play that in frame. Yeah, so you see that big dip right here? That counterclockwise rotation? That's that big trough we were talking about. So that, I believe, that's the system that's going to cause problems for the 20th, and the one that's going to pop up across the country for early, just before Thanksgiving. So, yeah, that's the system on the models here. Let's see here. So, yeah, there it is right there as well. That big trough. Big dip in the jet stream. So that's the system that's going to be rolling eastward and do something like this. So it's going to be doing a track like that. So obviously, for, I believe it was the 18th. Let me, here. Bear with me. We're going to see what day that was. No, it was the 20th, sorry. Yeah, so the 20th, we have that storm system that rolls through here. Basically for the 20th, yeah, the mid, kind of early to mid 20th is when it pops off there. And then it works its way to the southeast for the 21st, 22nd across the northeast, and then it rolls out by Thanksgiving. But then another system looks like it could be pulled up for Thanksgiving across the southeast, but we'll have to see about that. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But anyways, yeah, back to satellite view in current terms. Yeah, we got that big storm system down here right now that we're currently experiencing across the southeast that drove a lot of rain. Actually, that's something we should look at too, is how much rain we got, because it was pretty hefty. We'll do the last 72-hour precipitation. So this is the last 3 days. Hasn't really correlated for the south yet. Let's see. Yeah, so we've seen some areas over like 4 inches down there towards South Texas. Pretty hefty. Let's see here. Let's talk about the Turkey Day storm in the Northeast. Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. Let's see here. Z says, bless you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was surprised I actually came out with that sneeze. Usually when I'm streaming, I can never, my sneezes always go away. They always do. Anyways, but yeah, that storm up there for early or pre-Thanksgiving. We'll call it Thanksgiving Eve storm. Just before the main Thanksgiving. So this will be taking place between like the 20th and 22nd. So a 2-day long storm overall. But yeah, let's hop back to the main U.S. So like I said, way this is going to play out here is actually, look at this. For the 19th is whenever the ingredients are going to start to come together. So if you look up across the Pacific Northwest, up here, you'll notice how we get a boatload of moisture, a lot of upper level snowfall, a lot of lower level rainfall down there overall, for the most part, and then that travels southeastward. A new low pressure system develops right between Oklahoma and Texas for the morning of the 20th. And as we progress into the afternoon, that system becomes a lot more well developed. Still some snow up there across those upper elevations, all the way down to even New Mexico potentially. Driving a decent amount of rain, decent amount of snow for those upper elevations, more than likely. And then we get a kick from the Gulf of Mexico. That's what causes the system to really blow up, is a lot of moisture gets sucked up into the storm here for basically the afternoon, evening of the 20th. Then, for the morning of the 21st into the afternoon, evening of the 21st, we get all that precipitation across the southeast. Maybe, just maybe, like I said, it's a little early right now, but some models are suggesting maybe a little bit of precipitation regarding winter weather across the northeast the day before Thanksgiving, being for the 22nd. Kind of for the morning into the afternoon, and then by evening, still a little snowy up there towards Maine according to GFS, but like I said, I don't have enough information on that yet, considering the European model does not have that system driving snow over there, and also the European model has that low pressure system going a lot higher up compared to what the GFS has. So, for example, the American GFS has that system, kind of riding up the mid-Atlantic coast here. Meanwhile, the European model, on the other hand, back to 00 Zulu, has that system a lot further to the west. Yeah, so you can see the big difference here. So that's the bit of inconsistencies here. So we'll see how that plays out there. Yeah, between those two models, there's like I said, a good amount of disagreement overall with that storm system. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But there very well could be some impacts on that system. I don't doubt it. Let's see. There's a moderate risk for flash flooding in southern Florida. Really? Let's look at that. Yeah, I didn't look at the rainfall outlook today, honestly. Let's see here. Wow, out there by Miami. Goodness, yeah. Look at this, guys. So there is a big flooding risk out there by Miami. There's a moderate risk, which is a level 3 out of 4 on the rainfall spectrum. Yeah, a little bit amount of CAPE. So obviously instability in the atmosphere regarding the heavy precipitation rates due to instability. And then we got that slight risk out there for some of these regions. Let's see here. Go to West Palm Beach, and then we got the marginal south of Orlando. Let's see here. MP coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, MP. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. That is super nice of you. It'll help go towards a new mouse. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely do need a new mouse here because this one literally hops. Like if I'm trying to draw something, well, of course, like I said, now it works whenever I try to, but sometimes it only happens sometimes. Like it'll literally sit there and just skip. Or hold on. Okay, yeah. So now it's wanting to work fine, but I need a new one. Let's see here. But that's definitely something that will help out. So thank you so much, MP. But anyways, let's hop back over here to the models, y'all. We're gonna take a look here and see what is going on. Let's see here. We're gonna look. I want to look at the winds because with those big pattern changes, with having constant low and high pressure systems rolling in the country, that's just a recipe for a lot of wind. So, like I said, I'm really sure that there's going to be quite a bit of gusty conditions. Yeah, especially out there coming up here. Wow, look at that. So, with that system that comes through for the 20th, y'all see? Once again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, MP. For some reason, that did not pop up on my little thing here. Oh, I set up a donation goal, not a super chat goal. Whoops. Well, you know what? Well, I'll fix that a little bit. But thank you, MP. I really appreciate it. But with that storm system that we were talking about, the one for the 20th, the one that's gonna that big trough we were talking about, that's gonna really cause some gusty winds out to the west into central country. I mean, look at that thing. That is gonna be within the threshold of here, let's go remove that. 30 knot sustained winds out there by Panhandle, Oklahoma, and Texas. Yeah, that's pretty gusty, for sure. Let's see here. What about the wind gusts? Sorry, that was sustained winds. Wind gusts. Yeah, that I'm curious about. Let's see here. U.S. We'll do. Is there a central option? I'm trying to look for like a central U.S. option, one that pans out pretty well. I might have to just use the full one. Yeah, we'll just do that. Wind gusts. Wish it was in miles an hour, not knots. All right, let's see here. So we're gonna hop over here. Let's see, does this fit perfectly? No, it doesn't fit. Perfect. All right, let's do a full screen on this one. Anyways, but we work way down in time here, and we do see, yeah, those wind gusts. Wow. So those wind gusts are getting up to right around 40, 45 knots across some of those regions out there by Panhandle, Texas, by Kansas, Oklahoma, northeastern New Mexico even. Pretty crazy. Huh. So that would be within the realm. If like I said, if you guys don't know, a knot is under a mile an hour. So we're talking like up to, what I say, like 30, 35 knots I was talking about maybe? No, between like 40, some areas up to 40 and 45 knots. Let's see, so knots to miles an hour, so 40 knots, that's around 46 mile an hour sustained, or sorry, gusts. So between like 40 and 50 mile per hour wind gusts, it seems, what the GFS says. Let's try Euro, the ECMWF here, see what this one has to say. Wow, this one's a lot more explosive, it looks like. Look at that. Yeah, those are getting down into the realm of like nearly like 60. Some places even higher than that. Yeah, 50 and 60. Let's see here, 60 to 55. So yeah, that's like nearly 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's see here. Ragtide says so mostly rain in the southwest corner of Pennsylvania as it comes through. So like we mentioned, guys, or to you, Ragtide, and everybody else who's watching, like we mentioned, the models are in very heavy disagreement with that next system. Well, the first system that comes through, we know pretty well that one's going to impact Nova Scotia pretty severely. So we'll doing coverage on that one. I definitely plan on doing some live coverage on that one. The GFS here, when it comes to the second system that rolls through, you can see how this drives a whole bunch of moisture up to to the Mid-Atlantic, possibly a good amount of rain out there towards you in southwest. I thought you were talking about southeast. Yeah, so southwestern Pennsylvania, maybe a little bit of precipitation out there. And then it works its way through. But then, like I said, the European model, the ECMWF, the Euro, shows that system bringing a lot more precipitation for you, and that system driving a lot further to the west. So you can really see that difference. Like I said, the European model going something like that, and then the ECMWF going something like that. So there's a big gap between those two models regarding the certainty, or the probability, I should say, or not really this probability, hold on, mixed up my words there. The track, I should just say. Basically the track. But anyways. But, like I said, Ragtide, yeah, I would keep an eye on it because, there is going to be a possibility out there that, you could get a bit of precipitation. I mean, both models do support you getting precipitation, although the European model shows a lot more heavier rainfall rates and stuff like that, so, yeah. But anyways, y'all, well, that's kind of what we're looking at. And like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions before we head off here, which will probably be pretty soon, like I said, we'll be live again later today. But, before we head off of the morning live stream here, if there's any questions y'all might have, like I said, obviously we'll be here for you. Which model gives us the most snow? I don't think many models at all show any snow for you right now in South, or sorry, hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, that's MP. I got Ragtide and MP mixed up there. Let's see here. Okay, so which model gives us the most snow? That would have to go to the American GFS. Let's see here. Yeah, the American GFS showed a lot of snow with that first system. Depends on which system you're talking about too. See here, it looks it looks nasty for us in the Northeast. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially up towards Nova Scotia though, and the Northeast coast. Definitely should watch out for it. Can I look at snowfall for the Northeast on the second storm? So, like I said, with that second storm, the track is still very unknown. Okay, so snowfall is going to be very inaccurate to the point of where it's not even useful information. So, it's definitely not worth it. The first storm though. So the first storm that rolls through, like I said, we have an idea that there's going to be a possibility of some snow out there towards Maine and portions of New Hampshire. And the second system, according to GFS, also shows a bit of snowfall. But then we work our way back over here. Let's see, wherever you're at. Yeah, we'll have to bring it back over here. But whenever it comes to like the European model and stuff, let's go to full screen this for you guys. Regarding that system and, overall snowfall and stuff like that. So the first storm is, showing a little bit of snow squeezing its way in out through towards mostly Maine. And then the second storm system is just mostly rainfall. So we'll have to see. Anyways, come on, American model. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, the GFS definitely does show the most snowfall out of that. Yeah, the next winter threat seems to be coming up here for whenever that storm system rolls through. Like I said, it's a good possibility. I'm monitoring that closely. Okay, we'll have to definitely. There goes my mouse cutting out, like I was saying. So we'll have to, mostly look out there for those regions out there. Because like I said, we're talking, pretty decent. There it goes. It just did it. Just did it. See how it just skipped like that? That's why I need a new mouse. But anyways, yeah, that's what I was saying. Good amount of potential out there. I mean, like I said, it's not just the GFS, but it's also the the European model. See, yeah, European model, GDPS, which is the Canadian imitation of the GFS, basically. It's the Canadian long range model, and I'd say it has a pretty solid chance. That first system. See, it looks mostly unknown for now. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. With that second system, absolutely. First system, which is this one, we mostly got it in the bag. Yeah, we mostly got it in the bag. I mean, knowing what the impacts are likely going to be out of it. There's still a little bit of work to need worked out, but we'll see. We shall definitely see. But all right, you guys. Well, I think we are going to roll off for now. Last call for any final questions you guys might have before we roll off here for now. Once again, we'll be live again later today. So if y'all are just tuning in and if you guys can't join right now, then we'll obviously we'll be here to give you guys more updates later on this evening. So, but yeah, once again, y'all, if y'all have any questions, let us know before we roll off, and I'll be here to answer them. Real quickly regarding the tropics. Yeah, that's something to look at. So they actually added a probability for quote unquote cyclone formation. Which is right now at 10%, which is, like I said, it's a non-tropical system overall. The one in the Caribbean, the probability actually went down here. Overall, see a 50% chance. It was at 70 earlier, but 30% chance of formation in the next 2 days, 48 hours. 10-10 on that one and 30-50 on this one. Will the Giants win the game this year? Yes. Absolutely. Nothing in the Pacific, East Pacific, Central, so we're good out there. Last thing before we roll off, y'all, is the SPC, Storm Prediction Center. I didn't even look at the SPC today yet, so let's see here. Or I looked at day one, but not anything further. Nothing today, other couple thunderstorms out there by Florida. Day 2, same thing. Day 3, same thing. Day 4, nothing. Day 5, nothing. Oh, wow. I love how, wow. Interesting. So for day 5, day 6, and day 7, instead of saying potential is too low, they say predictability is too low. So we'll see. Yeah, that would lead us for the 19th, the 20th, when that new system rolls through, 21st. Like I said, I'm not entirely unsure of the fact that, or I'm not certain, but I am a little unsure. But there could maybe be some severe weather out of this next system. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. All right, you guys. Well, you all take care. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Once again, MP, thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. Greatly appreciate it. Very, very sweet of you. Like I said, we'll be live again later today. I'm trying for 8:30. Like I said, my schedule's been messed up, so I might have to do it earlier. We'll see how that goes. I'll try to probably do my live stream a little earlier today. I'm thinking maybe around 7 p.m. or so. I'll figure it out later on. It just depends on things. But all right, you guys. Well, y'all take care. Like I said, if you've not already, please consider subscribing. I'm not gonna force you to subscribe like a lot of YouTubers do. They literally like scream at you subscribe, but I'm not like that. So consider it. But what I would do, I would definitely highly consider sharing this to help get that information out there, so that way everybody can stay prepared and stuff. But anyways, y'all, yeah. So the timer's gonna go down. Stream's gonna end here in 2 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Hold on, I gotta change. There we go. That's it. So the timer's gonna end in 2 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody hanging out in the chat, go ahead and say your final goodbyes. But all right, guys, well, y'all take care. We love y'all. Please be safe out there. Once again, MP, big shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. And all right, guys, we'll see you all later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.